Welcome to Metro News Lifeline of your city. Myself Satyajit. So today we have Mr. Subhas Bhai with us, who is the president of Jagruk Nagri Forum, Ahmednagar. Today he has came to us for enlightening us for about the e-court procedures. So as all know, currently the pandemic is going on. All courts are closed, and most of the government offices are also closed. And court have started working online basically, and it's also available on some apps, e-courts app. So, sir, for that, I have few questions for you. As you said, this system of e-code should be continued after this pandemic situation also. So, sir, I would like to know ki, during this situation, there are many pending cases in court. So, what's your opinion about the e-code then?
See, if you will go back for last 6 months, all over the world, every country has accepted the concept of virtual court due to this pandemic situation.
Right.
This may be temporary acceptance by the countries all over the world, but there is a one proverb in English:
Yeah.
"Justice delayed is justice denied."
Yes, sir.
So due to this pandemic condition, justice should not be denied.
Right.
That is why all the countries has accepted this virtual court concept.
Right.
This is the reality at the
So you are saying this
present moment.
concept or this e-code procedure is really good, and you are
Really good.
appreciating that.
Yes, I am
procedure.
appreciating. I am appreciating.
Okay.
But only my suggestion is what the range of this acceptance of virtual court should be increased.
Okay.
Now at present, this range is very small. This range is only for emergency cases. This range is only for such a cases which should be taken on the board immediately. Otherwise, something wrong will be happen.
Okay.
So on this emergency basis, this virtual court concept has been accepted at present. And as per my knowledge, this emergency is also decided by the judge.
Right.
It's their discretion whether emergency or not. Actually, when a common people used to go to the court, he does not used to go to the court without emergency. There is some emergency to everybody,
Right.
but it's a discretion of the court to decide the emergency. So my claim is what? At present, virtual court is there, but its range is so small that if you will go to any court of any city, you will find everything has been closed.
Okay.
Nobody is working.
Yes.
Actually, nobody is working.
Okay. So you are saying that currently virtual court is working only on the emergency cases and not on the all cases.
But that is also on paper.
Yeah, that is also on paper. Okay. So, sir, what is the need of e-courts exactly?
Yes, I am coming to the point. Now, India is most populated, highly populated democratic country in the world. 135 crores of the people are there in India.
Right.
And you know how many cases are pending in the court all over the nation.
Yes.
Supreme Court has also been accepted this fact that there are very few courts as compared to the density of the populations,
Right.
as compared to the number of cases pending in the court.
Right, sir.
There are not a sufficient number of judges,
Yes.
not sufficient number of courts.
Yes, sir.
So the judicial machinery is weakened in our country. It is not stronger.
Okay.
It's weakened. So you will find out that any case will have to face at least 5 to 10 years to come to the result stage.
Right.
So this is actually very bad situation when we say that justice delayed is justice denied.
Right.
So everywhere it is happening that justice is delaying everywhere.
Okay.
So my suggestion is what? This virtual court concept has been accepted worldwide, including our India, at this pandemic situation. So this virtual court concept should be accepted forever.
Okay.
Forever.
Forever.
First thing. Second thing, it should be not limited for emergency cases and this type of cases and that type of cases. It should be open up to the writ petition and PIL also.
Right.
Why? That I am going to explain. Why? I have to clear my points.
Right.
So I will explain why.
Yes, sir. So you are saying that this e-court procedure should be implemented forever. So, can you tell us how we can implement this smoothly or easily?
Yes, you know that excluding India, so many countries, at least 70 to 80% countries worldwide, they have accepted the paperless transactions in each and every field. Paperless transaction.
Right.
And you know, in our court, there are godowns. There are godowns of papers.
Okay.
And those papers during their transit, why we lose our time? Only in the transit of the papers.
Right, sir.
Only the use of the papers. So we should go for the paperless court, virtual court concept. First thing. Second thing is what? A common person in India, 80% people are always worrying about their bread and butter.
Right, sir.
80% people are there. They are always worried about their bread and butter. So they are having, they don't have money to for the expenditure in the court or to the lawyer every time. And you know that in our country, on every date, lawyer needs money, lawyer needs fees on every date. So when we accept the virtual court concept, the people need not to go every time to the lawyer.
Okay.
Lawyer need not to go every time to the court.
Okay.
If lawyer is techno-savvy enough, he can operate his case from his office
Okay.
itself.
So, sir, do you think that all judges, law practitioners, and even the public, they all are techno savvy? If you
No,
are
no,
saying
they
that
are
we
they are
should-
not techno-savvy, but we should not think about that. You give me give answer of my one question. As per the survey of TRI, 92 crores Android mobiles users are there in our country, and our country is having population of 135 crores. Out of 135 crores, 92 crores are Android users. Can you tell me, before this mobile concept has been introduced, those people were techno savvy? Those were not at all. But still now they are using Android phones very fluently.
So you mean to say once you accepted this
Yes.
concept, once you started using it, you will become a techno savvy?
Yes.
Okay, very rightly said, sir. So, sir, I have my another question for you. As you know, as everyone know, in this pandemic situation, there are many cyber crimes and online frauds are taking place. So, don't you think that when court or when court will start using the
Yes.
e-court things, don't you think there are many hackers around us who can misuse of this e-court system?
Definitely. When there is not a single technology in the world, I repeat, there is not a single technology in the world which technology does not have the black side also.
Yes.
There is a black side, but that black side is so minor. So we should not think about that black side. It can be happened. Yes, it can be happened.
How our system can be protected, sir? It's
But
very necessary to protect
You,
the
you
system.
see, I remember one example. When first railway was invented in our country in 1852, that railway was started from CST to Thana, and meanwhile in the route there were a lot of farmers and having their farms and all that everywhere. When that railway started from CST to Thana, the peoples around the track start running due to threatening. So they were asked, why you are running here? They answered, that train will come and kill us. So that person told them, that train will run on the railway track, not on the farms.
Right.
But those people were so ignorant about the technology, so they were having lot of doubts in their mind. So such things happens in every case of technology. What will happen if such will happen? What will happen if such will happen?
Right, sir.
But that is having, and that we are having answer to every question.
As you are saying this, currently all courts are working online, and this should be continued after this pandemic situation also, which will reduce the
I am
paperwork.
specifically talking about, and I will be very giving a stress on these words, PIL and writ petition. Public interest litigation and writ petition should be also come under the concept of virtual court. Why? Why I am stressing all these things? You see, if a common person wants to challenge some decision of state government, some decision of municipal corporation, some decision of ZP, then they have to go into the writ petition.
Right, sir.
So, for that purpose, he have to go to High Court. Writ petition cannot be operated in the district court. Its discretion goes to
High Court.
High Court. So, if a common people will go to High Court, that High Court advocate starts his fees in lakh of rupees. First thing. Second thing, that High Court is the transit fees and fares and all that wastage of money, wastage of time is to the such a vast scale that a common person does not used to think about writ petition and PIL. So he always keep himself away from this writ petition and PIL.
So, sir, how online PIL will reduce like the expense of him? Like,
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. You see, if you will go to the Google on our Android phone, you will find out one interesting thing. There is a format of PIL, there is a format of writ petition.
yes, but you need an advocate to file that, sir.
I am telling you, available on the Google.
Right.
So if you will fill all the information as per the format and will submit, if this virtual court concept has been accepted by High Court and Supreme Court, then your PIL and writ petition will be get admitted. Otherwise, will not get admitted. You have to go through all that procedure of register and that stamping and authority and all that. So these steps should be eliminated.
Okay.
So how the answer of your question, how it will reduce? A person like me, if he want to challenge a decision of municipal corporation, decision of state government, he will just, because I am a techno savvy, because I am a literate person, I can just fill the form on the Google and I can submit if my case is genuine.
Yes.
And I can help, being I am speaking as a president of Jagruk Nagrik Forum. I can help thousands of people.
Okay. That's really nice of you, sir. As Suhas Bhai told us that all the procedures should brought online, and also PIL and
And one more thing I want to clear, one more thing. That PIL and writ petition, if High Court or Supreme Court is thinking that we will be under burden of this PIL and writ petition bundles, then they should not think like that, because there should be a sub clause that if the High Court or Supreme Court finds that this writ petition or this PIL has been submitted in the court due to some malified intention or some personal interest, then there should be a sub clause to give the punishment to that person also, petitioner also.
right.
In
If it's fake.
If it is fake.
Right.
So the only genuine case will go there.
So Subhas Bhai wants to say that there should be a provision to file PIL and writ petition online, and if court founds the writ or PIL is fake or filed by the malified intention or for personal gain, then there should be the provision for punishing that petitioner or the complainant. Yes, sir. And I am sure, sir, definitely government or court will think about this.
Yeah, I have already approached. I
yes,
have already
sir.
approached the Law and Judiciary Central Ministry.
Yes, sir.
in
I am
this
sure
concept.
that you will definitely get some good response for your movement from the government and court in this thing. Thank you for so much for being with us, sir.
Thank you.